Guys, welcome to a new video. I went onto Instagram and I had you guys ask me tons of questions. I said ask me questions and you did, and I was just screenshotting away. It wasn't until I was done screenshotting until I realized that I screenshotted 55 questions. So after I screenshotted them all, I wrote them all down. We have 2.5 pages of questions. It is a wide variety, so stick around. I don't know how long this video is going to be, but let's get into it. Okay. So the first question is, how are you feeling? And I'm feeling okay. As for like the pain I've been experiencing, it is gone. As for my out of breath that I've been experiencing, that is abnormal to what I'm used to. It has gotten a little bit better. And as for the cough that I was experiencing, that has also gotten better. But I will say I'm not going to hold my breath on this one for the lack of a better saying, because the pain has disappeared before and it has came back full force with extra symptoms. I'm hoping for the best. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that this was just an infection, and the antibiotics that I am currently taking, which I only have 2 left, are actually helping me. We can only hope and wish for the best. But as for like mentally, because the next question is, how is your mental health? It's okay. I am actually rapidly going through anxiety cycles is the best way to explain it, because like 1 minute I'm okay and the next minute I just have this wave of just like fear and anxiousness. And I've noticed I'm a little bit more moody lately. I'm just trying to stay as positive as I can, because I'm doing everything that I can currently for the situations that I'm in. Just continuing to be an advocate for myself and being patient and just like having positive thoughts, even though negative thoughts do seep in. I'm not perfect. I am terrified, and the anxiety side of me and the fear side of me has a lot of negative thoughts. So I'm trying to push those away as best as I can, but sometimes it's hard. Someone asked, hey, does your psychologist know about your YouTube? ILY. ILY, you too. And yes, she knows about my YouTube. I don't know if she's actually ever like watched it. I think that would be like against rules or like professionalism, because we do stay very professional, which I love, because in the past with therapy, it's just seemed too friendship based, but this is more like professional. As I'm answering this question, I do want to speak about, people are confused because I say that I go to therapy, I say that I have a psychologist, and I say that I have a psychiatrist, which is all true. I have a psychiatrist that is the one who prescribes me my medicine for my anxiety and my bipolar, which is Lamictal and Zoloft. And then I see a psychologist for therapy because I need more intensive therapy and not just like support therapy, because there is different versions of therapy, and 9 times out of 10 people are getting support therapy from a therapist, while I'm getting more deeper therapy from a psychologist, which is at an eating disorder clinic. Someone asked, what shows are you currently watching? So Falin and I actually just got done watching The Watcher. If you guys don't know what that is, it's on Netflix. It's based on a true story of this family living in this home who is receiving these very haunting and creepy letters from a stranger, and this person calls himself the Watcher. So the whole time you are watching that happen, and like how the family's going through it, and you're trying to see like who's the one doing this. So you have all these people around you. It's kind of like a game of Clue, and do you find out at the end who's doing it, or do you not? And if you do find out, are you shooketh or are you not? So we're watching that, 90 Day Fiance, Jersey Shore Family Vacation, of course. I'm watching a little bit of Catfish. I'm a few episodes behind. And we cannot forget about one of my most favorite shows ever, which is Grey's Anatomy. We have a new season starting. Someone said, I'm getting married this Saturday. Also, what's your favorite Harry Styles song? First of all, congratulations. I hope you have an amazing wedding, an amazing marriage, and I'm so happy for you. As for your question though, my favorite Harry Styles song is definitely Kiwi. Love that song. Y'all need to listen to it if you have not heard it. I absolutely love it. And any song that's actually on that album slaps. Next question is, did you see the lymphedema specialist yet? Actually, I did. Today was that appointment, and you guys will never believe what happened, what I was told, what I learned. You guys will honestly be so shocked. I'm not going to talk about that in this video because I want to do that for another video because it's kind of like a lot to absorb. I learned a lot. I want to share a lot with you guys, and I feel like hopefully from this appointment, my life is about to change just a little bit, and I think it's for the better. So let's keep our fingers crossed on that regard as well. Someone asked, why don't you post every day? So as much as I would like to, I have no idea what I would post. I mean, the simplicity of sitting down and like doing mukbangs or like constant Q&As or just like very short, quick vlogs of my day, I just don't see you guys enjoying that if it's daily. Sometimes I feel like quality over quantity. I'm not saying the quality of my videos is all that great because we all know I've always been a mediocre YouTuber. That's never gonna change. I've been on YouTube for a decade. This ain't changing. Like, my videos are always gonna be mediocre, so expect that. Constantly posting isn't gonna do anything besides probably frustrate people because I feel like the content would be even more boring. Someone said, I have cellulitis for the first time. How long before it starts to heal? My leg is so red. So I wanna say, please just listen to your doctor. And I know for a fact you're prescribed antibiotics because everyone is. Take them correctly. That is a big one because your body can actually get used to antibiotics, mainly if you take them incorrectly, which is usually you not finishing them, which a lot of people seem to do, which is really weird. But I am so like particular about antibiotics. I have to take them perfectly because I know that I get cellulitis really easily. I know how to like handle cellulitis rather well and the antibiotics and everything around it. From my experience, obviously everyone's different, that it always gets worse before it gets better. So when you see it highlighter red, because it's going to be highlighter red, or at least mine gets highlighter red, it gets so red that it like hurts my eyes to even look at. Just know it's going to be like that for like 2 days, but then the antibiotics are going to start kicking in. You're going to notice it getting smaller and better and not as red. Something that doctors in the past have told me to do is mark it with a marker, not a permanent marker, and definitely not on the actual cellulitis, but like around it, but close enough to see like, is it getting bigger daily? And if it is, then obviously the antibiotics is not working. Like overall complete healing probably takes a little over 2 weeks, but I do notice it within the first like 4 days. Someone asked, what is your favorite cereal? So I love Cinnamon Toast Crunch. This is my all-time favorite cereal. But I recently learned that in a lot of countries, it is actually illegal to eat that cereal. So I looked up why, and it's because of the ingredients. And then it makes me wonder, like, why in the United States are certain ingredients okay, but not in other countries? Terrifying. No wonder why we're all freaking sick and fat, right? Someone said, you really seem like you're not happy doing YouTube. Do you still have love for it? I will always have love for YouTube. And I think what makes me probably come off as not happy doing this anymore, besides the shit that I'm going through in my real life, is probably, honestly, when I think of YouTube, I think of the hate. I think of the harassment that I've gone through, that the people in my life have gone through just because they're associated with me. I think of the bullying and the fat shaming. I think of the reaction channels, the slander, the speculation, the rumors. And it puts me in a really bad headspace, and I'm trying my hardest to get out of that and realize that there's more to YouTube, there's more to the audience who is watching me than just the negativity. It's hard because sometimes you can be told 100 different times like, oh, you're a good person, or I support you, or you're in my prayers, but then you see that one comment that's like, you're fat, you're a liar. And it's like, that's the one that sticks with you. It's hard. Sometimes I'm more numb and sometimes I'm not. By me thinking subconsciously and honestly, it's like intrusive thoughts. Like I don't choose to think of the negative. So I can't even say that it's my fault. And if you struggle with intrusive thoughts, then I'm sure you understand what I'm saying. When I have intrusive thoughts about YouTube and it's just like all the negativity, it does make it hard for me to love it like I used to. And I'm trying to get out of that. I'm trying to get out of the slump, but it is hard when everything around one thing is so negative, it makes you want to just like never do that one thing. But I love doing that one thing. I love doing YouTube. I love talking to you guys. I love uploading. I love editing. I love the whole process of YouTube. And I'm so grateful that this is how I make my money. Like, this is my job. And that's what actually brings me to my next question, which is, are you going to keep reading comments? So as you guys have probably seen lately, I have been hearting comments. I have been replying to comments. I've been super active in my Instagram DMs, and I've realized it's taking a toll, especially because so many people think that they're my doctor. It's really hard to be going through this health situation type deal, this journey, and sharing it with so many people online and having people diagnose me, undiagnose me, assume that I'm lying, assume that the doctors are wrong, assume things about my health. It is hard, and it is so anxiety inducing, while I already am just suffering with my own freaking anxiety about all of it. So I'm officially done reading the comments. I am done going into my Instagram DMs for now. This is just something that I need to do for myself, because I notice days where I interact. Sadly, this is sad. This is reality right now though, but I notice that days where I interact with my audience are days that I feel worse, days that I have more anxiety, days that I hate myself more, days that I hate my life more, days where I don't hold on to as much hope. To know if it's a good comment or a bad comment, I have to read the bad. So it's not like I can just skip over the bad. So I noticed that by me not reading comments on certain days, I just feel better, more hopeful, and I'm not so much in my head with like constant anxiety. So for now, I have to kind of put a wall up. And I know a lot of people can say, turn off the comments. What's the point if I'm just not going to read them? I'm going to leave them up because A, you guys have free voice. It's freedom of speech. Say what you want, but I don't have to read that. Are there any other Lego sets that you have had your eye on? Yes, actually quite a few, but I'm just going to stick to my dream Lego, which is Titanic Lego. I have wanted this Lego since it first came out, but it is really pricey. On lego.com, it's not too bad. It's a little over $600, which I can justify, but it's sold out. So when I go to like walmart.com or like the good old Amazon moment, it's almost $1,000 for that Lego. And I'm just like, I cannot justify that. For some reason, I could justify a little over 600 because it'll take me forever. It'll literally help me so much with like my mental headspace, like distract me from things. Doing Legos is just, it puts me at such like a peace. I can't explain it. And it's a very good distraction. That is literally the one. It's over 9,000 pieces. Can you guys even imagine? The biggest Lego I've done was over 4,000 pieces. That's literally double plus some. Like, ma'am, I need that Lego, and I will have that Lego one day. I can promise it. Someone asked if I would ever do a meet and greet. Honestly, it was something I wanted to do in the past, but ever since like COVID happened, I said no. Like, I am so weird about large groups of people now. It like makes me sick. Plus on top of that, I am an awkward turtle. If you see me in public, I would love for you to come up to me. Always come up to me. I might be awkward and nervous, but I'm very like welcoming and I love meeting you guys. But like having an actual area to meet y'all, I couldn't do it. I am way too awkward. I'm way too anxious. Can we get more going out vlogs, like eating at restaurants and shopping videos? Yes, I would love that. I think I was going shopping in almost like every single vlog before I hurt my ankle. I love shopping, even if it's something as simple as, oh my God, I gotta go get some apples from the store. Once I hurt my ankle, y'all started noticing, oh my God, why is she just sitting in her videos? Why isn't she vlogging? Why is she like just in her apartment? It's because I had to heal from my ankle. My ankle's pretty much healed, y'all. Like, I'm walking, I'm doing my damn thing. But then this whole breathing thing started happening, and the pain and the cough. So that's also another reason why I haven't been like out and doing things. I really hope that soon enough everything can get figured out and I can start feeling better and start just doing more. Not even just for you guys, because I'm sorry the vlogs are bland. This is just my life right now. But like for me, for my well-being. You guys hate seeing me in this apartment. Imagine how I feel, especially with my whole ankle debacle. Like, I just felt so trapped. And then like once my ankle started healing, it's like another thing trapped me. I'm just like, really? So I'm hoping I can get the key and become untrapped soon, because trust me, we all want freedom. We all want to go shopping. We all want to go do things. Like, there are things that I want to do. Hopefully that's coming up soon. Someone asked, do you play Skyrim? I actually currently do not play Skyrim. I used to play Skyrim when I lived in Virginia, which was so long ago. Oh my God, I lived in Virginia forever ago. How long has it been? It's been like 8 years, and I was obsessed with Skyrim. Will you ever address the Gracie rumors? So if you guys don't know, Gracie was Destiny's cat. Destiny is my ex. And Destiny and I moved into an apartment together. And if you guys don't know anything about cats, they hate moving and they hate new environments 9 times out of 10. And when cats run away, it's usually because they just moved into a place that's new. Gracie tried to run away multiple times when we first moved into the apartment. And I know Gracie was not happy there because we had a roommate who had a pit bull puppy who did annoy Gracie a lot. Gracie just was not used to that type of energy. There was actually a point, was it a couple days before Gracie officially ran away, where she ran outside and I had to go get her. This happened when Destiny would open the door. It happened when our roommate would open the door. It happened when friends would open the door. It was anybody and everybody. And it was something that we really had to focus on. Like, if that door was being opened for any freaking reason, we had to pay attention and we had to make sure Gracie was not getting out. And I remember there was one morning, it was around like 10. I was like, why hasn't Gracie meowed at the door? Because that was like her daily routine, was meowing at the door for some food for breakfast. I didn't hear it. We went searching through the apartment and Gracie was nowhere to be found. The roommate was a stripper who worked weird hours, very weird, would come home 4 a.m. in the morning, would come home drunk, would come home high, with friends, several people, her boyfriend. It was that night prior that she came home around 3 a.m. with her boyfriend. And before Destiny and I went to sleep, we said goodnight to Gracie. It was like typical routine. That is what we did. And then when we went to sleep, we would put Gracie out in the living room because we wanted to sleep with the door shut, but the litter box was not in the bedroom. So we didn't want to have her like go to the bathroom in the bedroom without the litter box. Anyways, so it was the roommate who did it. Destiny knows that. I know that. Roommate knows that. There's another rumor that I need to dispose of. Absolutely not true. People said that I like had a wasabi fund. I did. I think I had maybe $10 for a cat. That's it. And people are saying that like I had this whole wasabi fund, so I got rid of Gracie because I had enough money for a cat. Absolutely not. So after Gracie went missing, we went searching and we searched for a while. And Destiny brought up to me, let's get you a cat. I was actually quite shocked, gotta admit. It actually meant a lot. And I made sure to talk to her. I was like, but what about Gracie? How do you feel because Gracie? Like, I made sure to put her feelings first. And she was like, no, that's fine. First, we went to the like animal shelter. There was no adoptable cats, which was really weird. There was one that I absolutely fell in love with. Wasn't adoptable, so sad. So we went to this other place, which was called Petland. And we met Wasabi. His name was actually Bogart, and we met him 3 months old, and we both fell in love. Destiny needed that cat. Destiny needed that cat. We did not have money currently for that cat. So at the time, I actually had a 3DS that I was obsessed with that I sold for Wasabi. And I also had an iPod because yes, those were popular back then. This was like 7 years ago. So iPods were still a thing. Sold my iPod. So I sold 2 devices that I absolutely loved because I thought Wasabi could not only help me, but also help Destiny. And we decided together to get a cat together. And this whole rumor that I let Gracie out on purpose is just absolutely disgusting. Like, it's like repulsive almost, because I loved Gracie very, very much. Probably one of the sweetest cats in the whole world. Truthfully, hands down. So that rumor is just ridiculous. And it's just another thing for people to try to like control, narrate. It's just another rumor for you guys to create and just have fun with. But you have to realize that there's real feelings and real people involved. Sorry, but that rumor is not true. Someone asked Team Edward or Team Jacob. I want to say Team Jacob because I just like him better. I think he loves better. I don't know what it is. I just prefer him. But like knowing that he was actually in love with Bella's daughter creeps me out. But I'm still Team Jacob. What is the hardest part about losing weight? I think it's definitely like my binge eating, my food addiction / emotional eating / comfort eating. I've always turned to food. It's very hard to get out of that habit. I'm trying to find ways to not do that, but it just feels impossible sometimes. Plus, on top of that, I actually learned something today when I went to the lymphedema specialist that I will talk to you guys about. You'll just see. I don't want to get into it right now, but there are things that are preventing me from losing weight. I knew I wasn't crazy, and you guys will know more. So, to be continued. Favorite author. So, my favorite author, I want to say VC Andrews, just because like the way that they write is very compelling, not too hard to understand, but it's like grasping. It's like, what is happening? It's always like the craziest storylines. And I just love me a VC Andrews moment. So if you like to read, pick you up a VC Andrews book, but make sure it's not like in the middle of a series, because VC Andrews has quite a few series. So make sure you like look up books. Some are just like by themselves novels, Some books are just like by themselves novels. That's like hard to say. I don't know why. And then there's like a lot of series. So make sure you like pick up the right thing. But honestly, the stories are just so interesting to me. And I'm just like, this is wild. This is just wild. So 10 out of 10 recommend. Someone asked, do you still have a lot of journals? No, I used to have like 300 plus. Like, it was crazy. Now I'm sitting at, we have 12 or something. So not that many. And I actually use them now. They're not just sitting, collecting dust. I'm a writing machine every single day. Someone asked, are you thinking of buying your pets any costumes for Halloween this year? I don't know. I don't dress up my cats. They don't like it. I'm not going to have them be in any sort of like situation that makes them uncomfortable. So we'll not be doing that. Twinkie loves her a clothes moment. When I put on something cute for her, she gets the zoomies. She likes to show off. You know, she loves it. I already have a few Halloween costumes from her, just from like, for her from like past years. But she's lost weight, so I'm not sure if they're going to fit her. If she does dress up, you guys will obviously see it in a future vlog. What's your favorite TV show right now? Oh my God, how could I forget? So earlier when I said what TV shows am I watching, there's a show on Netflix called Are You the Mole? Or Who's the Mole? Or The Mole? Something about a mole. So good. It is like reality based. It's these people competing in challenges, but there's one person who actually is trying to not compete. No one knows who it is though, because they want to win at the end. So good. So if you like shows that are like deceiving challenges, like reality, like elimination moment, Netflix, The Mole or Who's the Mole, whatever it's called, so good. But as for favorite TV show currently, Jersey Shore Family Vacation. It just has a really big part in my heart. I don't know what it is. Hashtag Vinny and Angelina. They just need to go to the boom boom room. You know what I'm saying? Do you like having a birthday near Christmas? Mine is a week before and I love it. That's actually really shocking that you love it. All the people that I've talked to who have a birthday near Christmas hate it. And I'm one of them. I hate it. Don't like it. I feel like I'm gypped, you know, because my birthday's on December 27th. So it's right after Christmas where everyone is just like so exhausted. You know, they just want to relax before New Year's, before they get all like New Year's out. It's just like this lull period where people forget that I exist or that I even have a birthday. Which reminds me, so last year it was Falin's birthday and I forgot that it was Falin's birthday and I didn't say happy birthday until I realized that she was mad at me. She wasn't talking to me and I said, what did I do? I was like so confused. I forgot her birthday. You guys, like who does that? Are you going to marry your girlfriend? You know what? That's my goal. So put a ring on it. So many questions.
So many.
I still have more.
How many more you have?
5, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30.
Yeah, did you even do any?
I did 25.
You ain't even done nothing.
Oh, this is longy.
I love you.
Oh, yeah. Next question is, what kind of app/software do you use for video editing? I just use iMovie. Straight to the point. Why do you rely on someone to do most things for you instead of doing it yourself? Don't know what that means. It's a different language. The only thing that I rely on someone for, which I know I shouldn't, it's driving. I have a horrible fear of driving. Falin loves to drive though. She doesn't care about taking me places if I have to go somewhere. I know it's bad to rely on someone in that way, but I can't get out of my fear. And you know what? My last psychologist appointment, it is the first time I ever brought up my fear of driving. And she told me, you know, that's something we need to work on. You know that, right? So that means that's something I'm going to be working on, but I don't really know what that means because I do everything for myself. A lot of people don't drive though. I don't want to feel too guilty about it because it is an anxiety that I currently can't control. But I hope that in the future, the near future, I can control that in some way, some aspect. And I think my psychologist is going to help me with that. How could you walk home with a dangling ankle?
My song just switched.
So you heard that? Y'all, listen. When I first fell, she's over there going. When I first fell and I looked at my ankle, my foot said, I think I lost the power in it. You guys don't even realize until I realized what was happening. I was finally in tune with myself and I was able to stand up. I don't know how, through all the adrenaline and walk home. I was not too far from home. I was literally just down the street. Like it was nothing. So it's not, my ankle wasn't like dangling off of my body. It was just like when I first fell and I really hurt my freaking ligaments. Stop laughing.
You have the best question award.
Is that the best? Okay, you won the best question award according to Falin. That's literally what happened. My ligament said, burp. I don't know how else to explain it. It wasn't like dangling off of my freaking leg. It was just, it didn't have any, like my muscle said, nope, not working today. I don't know how else to describe it, but it happened, okay? Adrenaline really, it gets you. You're like, I'm literally in the middle of the grass. It's nighttime. And I have to get up because I was like, Falin is not going to see me like this. She's not going to help me up. I'm not going to allow it to happen. So all my adrenaline and fear and stuff, it really does like get you going. I promise. Like if you're ever in that type of situation, you'll know. If you know, you know type of situation. What is one time that you were trolling that your audience does not know that you were trolling? That is a good question. I don't know. I'm thinking hard. Because 9 times out of 10, when I troll, you guys know I troll. But what it is you guys think I'm trolling when I'm not. That's where we have an issue. And also, this brings me to another topic of like, people are like, How are we supposed to take your health seriously or the things you're saying seriously when you've done nothing but troll? Trolling is a character. That's just a character. That's just for funsies. It's for whatevs. It's for, let's have a little like low-key drama, the real deal. Like there's a real side of me that I also give you guys. I don't just sit here and troll all day. I feel like we need to learn how to separate the two. Trolling will forever be a thing. She doesn't come over often. She doesn't visit as much, obviously. But we need to just learn that just because someone trolls and creates a character for themselves doesn't mean that like the real things that happen in their life or the real side of them isn't like valid or shouldn't be accepted, if that makes sense. Because trolling is just for funsies. Like, it's just for funsies. But I honestly cannot think of a time where I trolled and you guys didn't know, because you guys know. When you going to realize ER is not your general practitioner? Never thought it was. Still don't think it is. The times that I've been to the ER recently was because I was directed to go there. I was told to go there by doctors. First time was my doctor's office. Second time was the people who gave me a CT scan and the radiologist. I didn't choose to go there. It's not where I wanted to be, trust me. Which brings me to the next question. Why don't you utilize a primary care doctor to track your health instead of being mad at a triage team? What? Excuse me? I do have a primary care doctor. I literally, if you guys go back to that little era in the beginning of the year, literally a year ago almost, where I did mukbangs, there was one mukbang dedicated to the fact that I got a doctor. I was talking about my doctor, how I loved my doctor, how she like wanted to discuss my weight, which was rare for doctors that I've had. I have the same doctor still to this day. All these people think I've been having like a doctor for only like a week now. No, go back to those old videos. Same doctor. It took me a while to get a doctor because I wasn't truly taking my health as seriously as I could. But like I said in the beginning of the year, a little bit towards the end of last year, like I just started taking myself more seriously in every aspect. You guys might not see it, it's fine. But I know, because I'm with myself 24/7, I know my brain, I know my mind. I'm 31, I've been myself for 31 years. I know that how I used to be versus how I am now is completely different. I do have a doctor. I have a primary care doctor who does track my health, who I see, and I'm not mad at a triage team. I'm not mad at the ER. I am trying my hardest to be patient. I understand that they're not there to diagnose fully. Sometimes they don't know. And I think it's fair that if you don't know what's wrong with someone, say that. Say that. Don't assume, or don't just say the easiest thing that you can say. People have been misdiagnosed before. It is common. It happens. I understand a large part of you hate me, but don't invalidate what I'm going through. This actually brings me to my next question as well, which was, you were not misdiagnosed. I know that's not a question, but I do find this statement to be rather frustrating because I feel like it's coming from a lot of people who have no idea what they're talking about. So just in the last month, I have been misdiagnosed twice. When you are diagnosed with something, that is a diagnosis. If you leave the ER, or if you leave a doctor's appointment or anything like that with a diagnosis, that is a diagnosis, period. So when I first went to the ER, because my doctor's office told me to go, I left the ER with a pulled muscle diagnosis, period. Got medicine for it, got paperwork for it, period. And then later, a few days later, from a doctor, I got a partial collapsed lung diagnosis, period. There's paperwork, there's online paperwork, there's physical paperwork. A diagnosis was made twice over the same thing, two completely different diagnoses that were misdiagnoses. I was misdiagnosed. It wasn't a, oh, you might have, or there is a possibility of. No, it was, you have a pulled muscle. It was, You have a partially collapsed lung, which they use some scientific word for it, but then dumbed it down for me. Partially collapsed lung. There's a lot of rumors. Like I said, can't do these comments anymore. Can't do these reaction channels anymore. Can't do it for right now. Because there's a lot of people saying she was never diagnosed. She's not listening to the doctors. She's not using her common sense. She's not rational. She's not reliable. What? You guys don't know me outside of this camera. You guys do not know that side of me. You guys have never gone to a doctor's appointment with me. You guys have never heard me talk to health professionals. You guys have never seen me see a doctor. You guys have never seen me in an ER room. You guys have never heard me talk to a doctor about my symptoms. Nothing. You cannot sit there and assume based on biased reasons because you dislike me and you see me as someone on camera. You cannot assume that that's the way I am off of camera. I understand why you would, but that's not how it is. When I am talking to a professional, I'm listening, I'm asking questions, I'm engaging, I'm trying to understand, and I do not leave until I understand. I don't just come up with this information on my own, nothing like that. I am not mad at misdiagnoses because it happens. I am having a very weird situation happen. It's very random symptoms that seem very much correlated with a pulled muscle. It does. As for the partially collapsed lung, you can't see everything on an x-ray. That is why I requested a CT scan. I did that. They didn't tell me get a CT scan. I talked to my doctor and I said, I want a CT scan. And so she referred me because she was listening to me. She did not bring it up first. I did. When that CT scan, when they saw something, that is when they said, more needs to happen. That is when they said, we need another CT scan of other parts of your body. I just hate so much that people are twisting my words, twisting my story, twisting my experiences because you guys are biased based on who I am. That is becoming highly frustrating when I am being vulnerable. I am sharing every single ounce of information that I am receiving with you guys. Of course, you guys can say that's your fault, that you're doing. You don't have to do that. I want to do that because this is something that I'm going through and it's really serious, and there might be someone else out there going through the same thing. I know when I went through my uterine cancer journey, I wish I would have documented more because you guys wouldn't believe how many people have reached out to me and said they went to a gynecologist because of me. I love that. I hate that it was such a sad story on my end for other people to be inspired, but sometimes that's what it takes. It's just the rumors. It got to stop. It truly does have to stop because that is why I'm putting a wall up and I'm trying so hard to beat down the wall because I don't want there to be a wall in between us. Like, I want to enjoy. I want to come on here. I want to feel free. I know there's going to be people who speculate. There's going to be rumors. But when it's majority of my audience, it's overwhelming, especially because of what I'm going through. And I just need y'all to like tame it down a little bit. Like, I understand it's never going to stop, but it's just a lot. It's truly a lot. Do you like Taylor Swift? I feel like she's overrated. People are going to attack me. The Swifties are going to come for me. But I just feel like she's overrated. Her lyrics are meh. Her voice is meh. She's very beautiful. It's all just meh for me. Sorry? Question mark. But I will say, her song False God, that's an amazing song. I'm going to give her props to that. I do love that song. Thoughts on Taco Bell nacho fries? That's a yes for me. And if you guys are talking about like the fries that you dip in the cheese, like that's fine, that's cool. But if they like do the Supreme nachos again with the fries, say no to the beef, okay? Add steak instead, and then get jalapenos. You'll never want to eat anything else again. So good.
Sing it, baby.
Ma'am, have you thought about doing something different to your hair? I know you wanted to before. How long have I been saying that I want to do something different with my hair? I honestly think it's been like 5+ years. And I still feel that way. Like, I want to cut it. I want to dye it. I want a whole new moment. I feel like it'll like really change how I am like mentally and emotionally. I know that like hair changes or like tattoo changes or new piercings can really change someone's mentality. And I want that, but there's something stopping me. I don't really know what it is. I fear maybe of like cutting my hair and like, I don't know. I love my hair, but I also hate it. It's like a love-hate relationship. I'm pretty sure I know what I want done to my hair. And I think I'm just afraid that it's not going to look good on me. But then again, if it doesn't, I could just wear it up in a bun like I always do. Favorite song at the moment? Either Under the Influence by Chris Brown or TV by Billie Eilish. I literally love them both. Favorite podcast? H3 podcast. Like, there is nothing else like it. They are on top of it. Multiple podcasts a week for hours on end. There's a lot of people on the podcast, so it like has this really cool dynamic. They talk about entertaining things. They make me laugh. It's good. I love it. I love the energy. How far behind are the vlogs? They're actually not behind at all. I am caught up. I have been caught up since the whole ankle thing happened. I will say that I prefer to be ahead of the ball game. I prefer to have quite a few videos scheduled, ready to go for you guys. That's the way I prefer it. So coming the new year, the January moment, I think we're going to go back to like a little pre-recorded moment because I like to have stuff scheduled. You know, I want to go back to uploading every other day and being on top of it because I did that for almost a year until my ankle said no. So I wasn't able to do that. But as for now and for the rest of the year, it's going to be current because I am going to be doing Vlogmas. Even if it's so boring, we're still doing it. What's your current favorite thing to order online currently food-wise? So like from the Uber Eats moment, are we talking about on track, off track? Let's just make it funsies and we're going to say off track. I love me a large root beer from Sonic, a medium cherry slushy from Sonic. So that's one order. That's on its way, okay? But then over here, we have another order coming our way, and that's the food. You guys, go to Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut melts. They're dangerous, and they're good. I get the pepperoni lover. I take out some of the pepperoni because I'm more so like a pepperoni liker. It's too much pepperoni, so I just take a little bit out. But you guys, oh my God. I take the ranch from my fridge. I dip it in the ranch. It is like so good. It's so bad for you though, so don't come hollering at me. But 10 out of 10, recommend. The Pizza Hut melts is what they're called. So good. Will you ever do Cameo again? Honestly, I don't know. I love Cameo. I'm still on Cameo. I just have it like turned off so people can't request anything. Because I just feel like I'm doing a disservice by being in this sort of like weird headspace. I just feel like I need to be more energized and happier in myself to be sending off videos that you guys are paying for. It's a little bit different when it comes to YouTube because like, hi, you guys aren't paying for this. This is just free content for y'all. But the fact that you guys are paying for me to like communicate, and some of you like want life advice, and right now I can't even give myself advice. So it's like and then some of you want like pep talks, and I'm just like I can't even pep talk myself. So I need to just get in a better headspace, and then you will definitely find me on Cameo again. But as of right now, I just don't think I can do it. I just want to give you guys the best of me on Cameo because if you're paying for it, then I want you to get what you're paying for. Will you ever bring back a live stream era? I want to be a stream queen. Honestly, I want to be a stream queen again too. Live stream era will never be a thing ever again. But when it comes to live streams in general, I always flirt with the idea. I'm not going to lie. I'm always like, should I do a random one monthly, or should I like surprise them and just like pop in? I always think of this. Like, it's in my head a lot, but something stops me, and I think it's because I get overwhelmed. I know people are going to be coming for me for who knows what, something that happened 17 years ago. So it's like, oh, yes, I do want to go live streaming. I want to go live streaming. I love it. I love being a stream queen. It's still up in the air though. I don't know. Have you ever given a girl flowers? I have. I've only given one girl flowers. It was my most recent ex.
That's funny.
Yeah? Is it? You said you don't do flowers.
I don't care.
You want me to get you flowers?
Get me some flowers.
Really?
Hell yeah.
I'll get you flowers.
Get me some flowers.
All right. Yes, I got an ex flowers. It was for our 1 month anniversary until I realized they're not really a flower type of moment, type person, type deals, type situation. What? Tell me how you really feel.
1 month.
Yep.
And in over a year, I haven't even gotten a blade of grass.
Do you still find the same enjoyment creating YouTube content like you did at the very start? So I kind of feel like I talked about this, but it's hard to enjoy something as much when there's so much negativity around it. If there wasn't so much, then yes, I would absolutely still enjoy it, if not more, to be honest. I think I just find it really hard to be myself, while in the past it was a lot easier because there wasn't as many eyes on me, there wasn't as many rumors, and there wasn't as many just like aggressive people. There's just a lot of aggression involving my YouTube channel, and that's not enjoyable. I don't find that to be enjoyable. When I try to be positive, people try to bring me down. And then when I try to defend myself, they're like, oop, we were right all along. There's her true colors. No. When people get angry or when people get hurt, they show a side of them that isn't always them. It's a side of them that is angry. It's a side of them that is hurt. And sometimes that's validated. Do you have a Halloween costume? I do. I have 2. It's nothing special. It's nothing crazy. Don't get your guys' hopes up, but I will be wearing them if they fit. I haven't even tried them on yet. You have $10 to spend at a gas station for road trip snack. What you getting? I'm getting beef jerky. Beef jerky is expensive, so I might be able to get a caffeine-free Diet Coke or a water. What instrument would you like to be able to play? The bass. It's that simple. I would love to be able to just like get my bass guitar out and just like go at it and just sound like a queen. How often do you clean the cat's litter box? So between the two of us, it is cleaned daily, but it's like deep cleaned once a week. And does anyone else's cat? See, Wasabi doesn't do this, but Rarity, every time we clean it, here she comes. We're not even done scooping the last little turd pebble. And she's like, oh, let me use it. I'm just like, ma'am. Okay, wait, I have a question for you. If you could ask one thing to all the reaction channels, what would you ask?
You know what I would ask?
What?
Are you being genuine?
Are you being genuine?
Like, are these your actual thoughts? Or are you also putting a character on?
Okay.
Like, I know you have your troll in, you put your character on, you do your thing, and then sometimes you're authentic. Just genuinely you. Is it the same with them?
Right. So I asked Falin this question because I was curious what she would ask, because she knows all about the reaction channels, trust me. And her question is, are you guys genuine? Because she has heard me watch reaction channels in the past, and sometimes they just sound dumb. It's like, are you really that dumb? Like, do you actually think this way? Or is it like a character because you know that this is what your channel is? Like, are you that nitpicky because you have to be? Are you that extra because you have to be? Like, do you actually dislike Amberlynn that much? Mine would be if you found a job that you really, really wanted, like more than anything, and that job went to your YouTube channel, sat down and watched all of your videos, do you think that you would still get the job? Like, truthfully, especially if it is a job working with other people. Or when you think about your YouTube channel, does it make you happy? Are you proud of the work that you put in and the energy that you receive around your YouTube channel based on what you create. Winter is coming up. Is there anything you're looking forward to? So I was going to say Vlogmas, but winter isn't even till like the 21st of December or somewhere around them regards. And that's pretty much when Vlogmas is coming to an end. So for winter, honestly, the only thing I'm looking forward to is like starting a whole new year fresh. I love me a new year. I'm not looking forward to the snow. I'm not looking forward to the cold. I'm not looking forward to the ice. I'm not looking forward to anything like that. Like, I used to love me a winter moment. I think I hate it now. How much weight have you lost? In total, about 80 to 90 pounds. When do you have your CT with contrast? It's actually scheduled for next week. I am extremely nervous. They're doing the CT with contrast of my chest. So they're going to be able to see my lungs and my surrounding region. I am extremely nervous. I hate that stuff you have to drink before. So gross, because that's what I had to do every 6 months of my abdomen because of uterine cancer. I hate having to drink that stuff, but this CT scan is absolutely needed. And they're going to be able to see like the nodule more. I'm hoping the fluid's not as bad. I'm hoping the nodule's gotten smaller. Just please, prayers, positivity. Just like, I need all of that good energy. Do you like sex toys? Yes. And you know what? I keep a simple pimple. I just love me a good vibrator, okay? If that vibe's right and it vibes fast, it does the job, you know? Do you blame Nikocado for people not believing you had cancer? I do blame him to an extent, because once his trolling started happening regarding my health and my cancer, which is so morally just like disgusting, honestly, I noticed I was getting a lot more messages, comments of people's disbelief. So I feel like he did play a role, which is really unfortunate because you're impressionable. And I think it's also sad because him and I used to be like online frenzies, like just like sort of. And I did text him at one point about my cancer. And it's just like for him to kind of turn on me in that way and be so impressionable to such a huge audience is just, it's kind of like mind boggling because I didn't think he was that type of person. But yeah, I do blame him to an extent. How do you feel about the recent hate that you're getting? It makes me sad to see it. It also makes me sad to see it. That's why I'm not going to see it anymore. I can't do it right now. I don't know where it's coming from. I don't. I am not a perfect person. I currently, the only thing that's like controversial is like, hi, I'm a little bitchy towards reaction channels. I'm a little bitchy towards haters. Like, who wouldn't be? If you're coming up to me in person, treating me the way that these haters do or treating me the way that these reaction channels do, y'all, I'm not going to kiss your feet. I'm not going to be nice to you. I'm probably going to react the same way. And I would expect anyone else to do the same. Like, I don't know where the hate comes from anymore. Like, y'all just pulling it out of your asses at this point because I got an attitude because y'all piss me off sometimes. Like, I'm not going to lie. Anyone else would react the same way. You could be the best person in the world and you're still going to come off a little bitchy if you have constant just like harassment and rumors and just like every single day. You know, it just, there comes a time and a place where it's just like, okay, you know what? They're about to see my angry side. Like, even then, it's like, it's not even that bad. Like, I'm not like this horrible, vindictive monster. I don't know where the hate comes from, truthfully. And I can say that, like, I can look you in the eyes and say that. I don't know where the animosity, the anger, the aggression comes from. It's strong. It's a phenomenon. I will tell you. Would you get back with Destiny? So if Destiny and I were both single at the exact same time and we lived in the same state, same city, it doesn't even matter. I would not be with her again. We don't jive like that. Like, who she is as a person, I can't see myself being in a relationship with someone like that. We just don't want the same things in life. And I don't see her like that at all. Just none of it is a no. is a no from me. And I'm more than positive it's a no from her. Would I be her friend? Abso-freaking-lutely. I will be her friend. I can be her friend. I would be her friend. We don't really talk, but like relationship wise, that will never, ever happen. Y'all, we are finally on the last question. Look at all that. And I highlighted the ones I asked. Who is Falin? Who the hell is Falin? So my name's Amber Lynn. Falin says, that's not your government. Your name is Amber. So Falin started calling me Ambi, which then turned into Bambi. And Bambi falls in love with Falin. So this is from the movie Bambi. It's a Disney movie. I'm sure everyone's heard of it. But Bambi and Falin fall in love. She just started calling me Bambi, and I started calling her Falin. And the whole wifey thing is just so over it. Like, at first it was funny, it was cute, it was quirky. But then we both started hating it. Or it was mainly me. Like, she didn't give a care. But I was like, I don't like this whole wifey thing. Like, I don't. But y'all, I just gave into it because that's what you guys called her. So I said, fine, I'm just gonna cave and I'm just gonna join in because, you know, I did start it, and then it's like constantly saying my girlfriend. You guys were getting annoyed with that, and I was kind of getting annoyed with it. So I was like, wifey, 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 because that's just like what you guys knew her by and what you guys were calling her. So I was like, fine. But then I realized like I hate it. So I was like, okay, well, I call her Falin. So why don't I just start doing that on YouTube too? So yeah, it's just Bambi and Falin. They fall in love. They're cute little deers. I don't know. It's just like a cute little thing that we do. So now you guys are part of the inside edition. I don't know what that meant. Wow, I have been talking for so long. How do I still have a voice? Okay, so according to my camera, this video is 1 hour and 24 minutes. Ma'am, 1 hour and 24 minutes. So I'm gonna see how much we cut down. I do hope that you guys enjoyed this Q&A. There'll never be one like it. There'll never be another one this long. This is crazy. And yet I'm still talking. Anyways, I'm gonna go. I have a lot to edit. I hope that you guys did enjoy it. I do have makeup on my hands, so if you saw that, it's eyeliner. Anyways, who cares? I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.